welcome to my small workshop. This is Paul Carlson, the small workshop guy. So today we're going to do another review of 3 new videos and one old classic video and then one shop technique. So the first video that we have for this week, Woby. This guy works out of a shipping container and he's organized and reorganized his workshop. Now he's got table saws in there, he's got jointers, he's got CNC machines, he's got thickness planers, he's got all sorts of stuff in there. So obviously in a space the size of a container, he's a magician at organizing his work. So enjoy that one. I like the guy's enthusiasm. I like the way he stops and yells. He's just very entertaining to watch. There's one scene that's really, really good where his wife comes down to see how he's reorganized his workshop, and wait till you see her question and his reaction. The next one, and I'll see if I can look up the camera once in a while. I'm looking at my laptop, so it's hard to do things, run the computer. I don't have a production guy to help me out, so it's all me. So anyway, if I don't look at you, here, I'm looking at you. So if I don't look at you the rest of the time, at least you saw me look at you once. Now here's one from a fellow named Dorian Bracht, and this is episode number 58 out of a what he calls the joint venture. So I bring up number 58 because it was released this week, but my main priority is to introduce you to the fact that he's got 57 other Japanese joinery that he discusses. So this one's good, but maybe you want to go back to number 1 in the beginning and kind of pick which joints you might want to deal with, or keep this in mind as something that you can go refer to when you want to do certain kind of joinery. So very, very good. Not so much a lot of voiceover educational. In fact, I don't think he has any. He just shows what he does. But it really shows a lot of nice handwork and creating these joints. So look at his entire, go to this one, then click on the Dorian Bracht channel name, and then click on playlist, and then one of the playlists are these joint ventures, and you can see all 58 joints that he's done. Highly recommend it for educational. Next one is, and I seem to select this guy often, but keeps doing a lot of really good videos that novices or beginners need to watch because they're teaching us things. I learned quite a few things by just watching this one. And he's talking a lot about back saws that have a stabilizing back on them, and which ones you might want to pick. That is very good, very educational. And then because of that led me to watch some of his how do you sharpen a back saw. And so he's got a good educational video showing you how to sharpen your saw. As a result of that, I've ordered some new little files because I don't think I've ever sharpened my saws. With my Japanese saws, I tend to just buy a replacement blade, but you're not going to do that with a $150, $200 saw. Got to keep them sharp. So I recommend that. All right, tip of the day. Workshop organization idea, tip, things of that nature. What I'm going to talk about is this automated vacuum switch. When it comes to a workshop organization, it's one of the best things I've done in my workshop. I actually bought 2 of these. One's over on my table saw dust collection device, and then one is for everything else, whether it be my thickness planer, my band saw, my drill press, my mortising machine, whatever. And so now you see it over the top of that thickness planer. I got a new DeWalt, what do they call it, 735, DW 735X thickness planer to replace my Win. All right, so here's the device. Here's the way it works. I have a shop vac down here underneath And then my shop vac is actually connected to a little dust stopper cyclone top from Home Depot. You plug in your shop vac into this upper left-hand thing. This thing is about 4 inches by 4 inches. So you plug the device itself into a close-by electrical outlet, obviously. Plug your vacuum cleaner into that. There's a little thing that you kind of plug it into itself, which I don't quite understand, but it doesn't work without it being plugged in. And then there's one more opening, which is for your power tool. So if I then take my thickness planer and plug it into that tool, now I can just turn on my shop vac by itself by hitting, there's a three-way switch here, off in the middle and then on to the right. If I turn that on, you'll get the shop vac by itself. I'm not always trying to run a power tool when I'm running my shop vac, particularly when I'm cleaning up. But then there's another position called Otto. And so what happens with Otto is it automatically turns on the shop vac after you turn on the power tool that you have plugged in. So let me demonstrate that. The thing you should notice is the power tool will come on, and then a few seconds later the shop vac will come on, or if it's your dust collection system, that will come on. And then when you turn this off, the vacuum runs for a while in order to give it time to clear the holes. It's just really cool. And I like that because then when I'm done running this, the vacuum cleaner turns off. A lot of times I'll forget that it's on, and then I realize, why is it so dang noisy in here? And I realize I've left the shop vac running. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on this thickness planer. Let me make sure I don't have anything, any tools anywhere in it or anything. I'm going to turn this puppy on, and you'll hear the shop vac come on. Well, you probably won't hear it because the thickness planer is so loud. And that's what I like. And now, one thing about running my SawStop table saw, and it's a cabinet saw, PCS 30, is it all works fine when I plug the table saw into the device, like I have my thickness planer here, when I've got my regular blade on there. But when I put my dado stack on the SawStop and then start it up, it will trip my device. The device will only support about 12 amps, and the table saw draws about 14. So it's close to tripping most of the time when you start it up. Tripping is no big deal. You can just quickly reset it. But once you've tripped it once, and learn, and so take your table saw out of this device and put it in a plug by itself, and at least then you can start your dust collection by not having to get to the dust collection system and not having to plug it in or plug it out, but just push a switch and that will come on. It just won't come on and go off automatically. But that's only when I'm running my dado stack. I guess the heavier dado stack is drawing more amperage. Well, anyway, that's my tip of the day. Have a good 4th of July. Stay safe. Enjoy your workshop. Small Workshop Guy signing off.